Oh, there we are. Checking out, setting up the new webcam here, seeing how it looks. I can't use my phone anymore. So I'm just setting up the tripod with the phone on it so I could see in case anyone would come into the chat. So YouTube decided to cut anybody off from webcam, live webcamming who has under 1,000 subscribers. And those of you know who are on my channel and just participated in my 200 subscriber giveaway, you know that I don't have 1,000, and I was using my brand new iPhone 6 a lot, doing a lot of lives. I did take 14 lives down because they were super long, but it was very convenient to be able to do the lives using a phone. So I bought this webcam. I still consider it being brand new. This is the first time I'm using it, though I bought it 2 or 3 years ago when I bought my, well, I took back my all-in-one, HP all-in-one. That was a disaster. So I ended up getting a laptop, desktop computer, and then I bought speaker system, and then I bought a webcam. So I took all the money from the all-in-one and bought all those other products instead. So what you're looking at here is Man Release Technologies Ease Release 200. And this is for releasing molds. It says urethanes and resins on it, but this is the one that's recommended for molds specifically. Smooth On, I went and took a real kick-ass class today up at the Smooth On Reynolds Advanced Materials Company. And I had already bought this product, which is a universal mold release. And today I learned that this is better for using for resins and urethanes, and this is better for the silicone molds. So it was about, with tax, $14 a can. So today I bought this one because I've done a couple crazy things lately with making my molds, and in trying to design my own molds and come up with new things to mold and create and stuff. I came up with a couple crazy inverted designs, so I really needed to work on fixing those, and I'm still working on fixing up my camera. My desktop was so messy underneath of this on the plastic that I decided to just put this down for now, just so it looks nice and even, right? What artist has a nice desktop, right? So, so I learned today that I can pour silicone over silicone as long as I use that 200 release. So I'm going to try casting a mold out of a silicone mold that I molded, and I want to make it so I could pour resin into that mold. So it sounds complicated, and it is if you think about it too long. So I did get some good answers from the people at the Smooth On Company today. And I wanted to say that I did the giveaway yesterday. And I did it for the mold, the beautiful mold. I did a pendant. Um, I did another set of earrings for this person. And the mold winner also got a pair of earrings. And they also got one of my beautiful copper wire wrap pendants. I wish that I could show that sparkles. And I'm trying to figure out this camera. So this is not, I call it a glass sparkle. They told me the name of it. It's a glass that they crush up sparkle metal that sparkles, and they cast it in there. So they look like stones, but really they're glass stones, and they're really beautiful. So anyway, getting off track again. So I've been trying to reach out. I sent some messages to Linda Serene. I'm not sure if I'm saying the name properly. And I guess this whole webcam thing does things backwards. So anyway, I've been trying to reach her. I found her on Instagram. I sent messages. I haven't gotten any messages back. This lady, Cheryl Ferry, I found just subscribed a couple days ago, but on her YouTube, she doesn't have any of her own videos. She has two of someone else's, and I have no way to get a hold of her. I wish you could send messages to people on YouTube. So there's nothing to comment. And then this Elise Brosius, I can't find her either. So, you know, I think there was one video on hers, and I commented on the bottom. But I'm just going to say that I'm only going to give this 4 weeks. I know some people give it 2 weeks and then they pull, but I don't. I don't want to shortchange anyone. So I'm going to give it 4 weeks. So on March 4th, if I haven't heard from these three ladies by March 4th, we're going to do another pull. And I'm just going to leave their names out of all the names, because I put them aside here. I still got them. I put them all in the bag here. So I'm just going to hold on to them. I'm going to put them in the top drawer here of my little paper drawer. So if I say I can't find it, somebody can remind me. So yeah, I was kind of bummed out that I wasn't able to start shipping these out already, but I guess that's how it goes. So we'll give it a little bit of time. Let's get all this stuff back in the bag here. I would like to get a move on with it because I have limited space. Trust me when I tell you I have limited space. So I really need to get these shipped out. So I really came on to check out this webcam. I can't believe I got it working. All things are good in the universe. Everything's coming up roses. Can't believe. Been waiting 2 years to get my bathroom floor done. I took a bottle with salt water and I blessed it, said a prayer over it, and I cleansed my house on Sunday. And the very next day, I received money to get my carpets clean, which I've been waiting to do. So that came in. And then the next day I came home and my husband was working on laying the new tile on the bathroom floor, which I've had sitting there for like 2 years. So cleansing the house, which is two houses put together, they were built in 1850. Seems to really have made a difference. It feels really good in here, and I'm really excited to get that bathroom floor going. And what I'm going to do, I have them old-fashioned radiators where they're push water through, and they got all the coils, and they got that real ugly metal across the top of them. Well, we can't get the piece of metal from behind the toilet, like to get it away from the wall so I could bring it down and sand it. I'm going to put resin on it. I'm going to resin my heaters, but I need to cover all the coils up because I don't want any epoxy dripping on the coils if I have an accident there. I was going to bring it down, but we can't get the metal away from the wall. I don't know how they cut it. I don't know how they put it in. I don't know. They must have did that before they put the toilet in. So I'm going to end up taking my Codasil, which is a thickener for resin, and I'm going to mix that up. And I'm going to sit up there and I'm going to paint the resin on. I'm going to sand it first, and then I'm going to paint the resin onto that front piece of those old-fashioned metal heaters. And then I'm going to sit and meticulously paint the covers, the corners. I only have a little, let's see, it's about 1, 2, maybe 4.5 feet of that in my bathroom because my bathroom's small. So that's not a big project, and I think it would look really cool. I have mermaid colors in my bathroom and all kinds of mermaid glass that I've inlaid, and mermaid colored glass I've siliconed to the windows for privacy. So I really think if I do something pretty like a gold or a copper or even the bronzer from Smooth On, I'm going to do really cool colors on that heater, the metal heater. I was thinking about using this color. I don't know if you could see that. That's a real pretty, that was a light shade of it. You know, I have a bunch of stuff in my pressure pot on a 24-hour cure right now, and I really want to, stuff's a little bit sticky yet. I really want to open stuff up. I'm getting impatient. I put some stuff up on the heater to see if it would cure quicker, but it's not. You know what? It's actually making it loopy. I think I better take that stuff back off. So I have little different types of little molds that I just fool around with when I have leftover resin in a batch. Wow, I went and clear coated these little coasters, and they were on little calendar papers. And so this is the second coat, and I already screwed them up by sitting stuff on top of them. So I'll have to sand them again and clear coat them a third time. I did. I put stuff on this one too. That's because I turn around and I reach behind me and I put stuff up. But this is, I think these are pretty. They've got some gold leafing on them. I did these like probably, I'm going to say I did these between July and September. These colors I was using back in July and September when I first started. I started in June, the end of May, beginning of June. I started with the whole resin thing, getting into that world. But I have six or eight of these, and they're pastel colors. I don't know how the colors are showing up. You know how colors are when we try to film them. This is really light, beautiful pastel colors. And if I look over to the camera, I see dark colors. I'm seeing dark colors. But it's shades lighter than what you're seeing. It's very pretty. Very pretty indeed. But I'm going to have to sand them and coat them again. And then I'll put the cork backs on them. I paint gold around the edges, and then I'll put the adhesive cork, which everyone's probably seen me do already. Let me see if I can reach one just to show you quick. Let's see what size these are. Oh yeah, I won't have to. Well, I could do a little bit of gold around there, but for the most part, they fit pretty well. It's just a very teeny little edge. So what I'll do is just do a teeny edge of gold for anything and then you peel that, and then you line it up, and it sticks on. So they have to be recoated again. I have a habit of, that's why I had the shelves built on the left side of me against the wall. I had clear coated this set, and I got marks on this set too. So I have to redo them. Because see, they're already done. So I'm going to have to tape them really carefully. And I hope you can hear me. There's supposed to be a mic on this camera. That's really going to be messed up if this is a silent video. These ones, I got little marks on. These are really sparkly. So this is my pile that's waiting to get recoated that I screwed up. 2 more of these. These are so beautiful. And then I have 2 more of these. So 2 sets of 4. These are listed up on the website. So if anybody orders them, they just have to wait 30 days for them to ship. Because I let my stuff cure for a month. And what happened with these ones was I had these wrapped for Christmas presents. And I had them sitting on each other. And I had them tied up with ribbons. And I didn't wait long enough for them to cure before I wrapped them. So those are available. You'll see those on the website. All the other ones that are on the website are up above curing on the top shelf. I really don't want to move this camera around because I've got it where I want it right now. So I really don't want to move it. But all this stuff is too pliable to undo. Well, maybe this one wants to come out. See that pretty color? So this is one of my mini super sparkle molds. When I get bored, I make insignificant little things. See, can you see how sparkly that is? And that's how this one came out. I don't know if you could see how sparkly and shimmery that is on this webcam, but it is. Plus I have the back of this is sparkly. So I have to get used to the lighting and using this webcam. But you can look at my super sparkle molds. What I'm going to end up doing is making a video individually of each mold and the castings that have come out of it. And then I have to upload it to YouTube. And then I have to take that link and then put it on my website because they won't let me just put any videos up on the website. I have to have a link for Vimeo or YouTube to put a video up, which I think stinks. I pay a lot of money for that. And I think that they should let us put any video format we want up there. That's I have GoDaddy website. So I have a few more sitting here. This one I might be able to take out. The rest of this mold didn't work out, so I ended up cutting a teardrop out of it. Now I have this little cute little teardrop. It's kind of cute. This was leftover epoxy resin. I always make too much than I need. There's another one. I had a bunch of molds that I didn't make right when I was first making them. So I trimmed them up, took all the excess away, and was just seeing what I could keep out of them because I needed to save space. So I got rid of a couple pounds of molds that weren't any good. So I ended up trimming up this one. See, that's got the little sparkle in there. And then that's got the sparkle in the center. Yeah, these are starting to cool down a little. This one I sprayed some mold release on when I made it. Wonder if I move that light up a little, if it'll take some of the glare off. It's kind of glaring. I didn't want to put tape on my camera. Truthfully, I didn't. Oh, come on, camera. People are going to tell me they're getting headaches and throwing up and all that good stuff already. Oh, well, that'll send you on a roller coaster ride, won't it? I had that lady and her two friends unsubscribed from my channel a couple months back because my camera quality wasn't good enough, because I was always going live, and then I would take my phone and then I would put the phone up in the tripod because I couldn't touch the buttons if they were in the tripod. Let's see if I can get this camera set. See, it's still moving. Is that okay now? I think that's a little bit better. I still have a glare, but I'm not sure what to do about that. This was an inverted mold that I made, and I was trying to figure out, it's a super sparkle mold that I made. Where's my camera? Okay, there it is. I have to learn where to hold things. So this has a little bit of, I think it was epoxy candy violet. I mixed over top of, there was clear on here. So it was a little bit of a hue. This is really pliable. This is like super thin layer. This was an experiment. Most of it dripped out all over. That's why I had to cover my desk. I don't even know if I could get this off. I'm going to leave that set till it's nice and hard, because if you watched a couple of my videos, you've seen what happens if we take things out too soon. I don't know if you saw the crystal cluster that I had made, and I took it out of the mold before I was supposed to. And as I'm pulling it out, I'm thinking, oh boy, what if it stretches? And it stretched it like about an inch. And the one crystal was like really long, and then it just drooped down because there was no stability left. Yeah, that really is bright. I need to loosen this piece in the middle. There it is. I wonder if I got my fingers on the lens. Let me buff the lens for a minute here. Because when I taped it, I might have messed it up. And it looks a little clearer, doesn't it? So this has a super sparkle druzy look to it. And it also, the whole thing shines with that ultraviolet purple. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. This little guy. See? It's funny how it sparkles more when I cover the light. That's what the super sparkle molds look like. The whole things, they just shimmer like that. And I can't seem to figure out how to show it on film. Maybe there you could see it a little bit. So they're really beautiful. Like I said, I don't know how to get it across. Let's try that again with this one. I just cup it with my hand and yeah, you could see the sparkles a little better. Beautiful. So far, they don't seem to appeal to any of the artists. So maybe I'll be able to appeal to some cake makers or craftswomen who could use them on their paper art because they're very thin. So maybe they're just not something that a resin artist is interested in. So there's another one. Another beautiful little button. And this mold is for sale on the website where you get 3. This one's a little dull. This was a stone and it's not smooth and perfect. It's a little bit off. And see that? So that came out kind of cute. I kind of like that. I don't know how this one will come out. I think this one needs to sit more because it's moving with the mold. So I need to let that one sit more. That's going to have to sit. What was I going to show you? Oh, I did these too, but these aren't ready to come out. These kind, they need to be really hard to get them out. And this one's a pain in the you-know-what to begin with. So all of these have to wait. I can't do these ones. And it's really hard to be patient sometimes. Let me grab something I want to show you. Okay. Move some of these out of the way. The unicorn that I have here, that's got to sit too. That's got to get really hard to bend that one out. This one, this mold's already been popped. That came out of that because I can't do that. My husband does that one for me. My hands aren't strong enough to take care of that one. So I'm just going to move these out of the road. So here's one of the Super Sparkle unicorn molds. Just trying to see if I could block the light and still get it to sparkle in the dark. See that? How that sparkles and shimmers? That's what they all do. This one I messed up the eye with the black glitter, but I still like how the white came out on it. I added the titanium white from epoxy candy. It's funny how it gets so bright with the light that you can't tell. I'm going to try to bend this back more and see if it helps. Here's my angel wings. I never know which way to put them. Well, you could see that sparkle in pretty good because I could see that sparkle. And that's how they come out. And there's the heart super sparkle mold. These molds are all on my website. I have about 20 molds up. Crystal molds and super sparkle molds, and they are beautiful. This is the mermaid tail. I'm going to have several different styles of mermaid super sparkle molds. I just haven't had the time to make more. It's another one. This one has a little bit of gold in it. See the gold sparkling? And when it sits in the mold, on the back of it, I put some mermaid glitters. Because if I were to put a hole in this and hang it, you would have a front and a back and it would look pretty. Here's one more that I did. This is how it looks on the super sparkle side. And then that's the side where I put the... So I just wait till they get a little bit sticky. There's another one. So I don't understand why. I don't know. I could think of a lot of things to do with these. I just don't have the time. So I'm just surprised that I guess it's just not. It's more of a craft thing than an artist thing to have these super sparkle molds. But I could see a beautiful set of angel wings and geodes all around it. Like I envision to be able to do a lot with these. Just haven't had the time to do it. So that's real quick, just some of the super sparkle molds that I've made. Of course, if you've been watching my videos, you probably have seen the skulls. This one, these took a little bit more to do. That's my skulls with the gems. This one I just buffed in the eyes with the black diamond onyx powder in the back side of the mold when I did it. And then I have Bling It Green from Primary Elements in the resin itself. But these are the size of the molds. So that's the Super Sparkle Skull mold. That's the Mermaid Tail. So you see they're big. They're like the size. Yeah, these are big. These are big molds. But I'm extremely crafty, so I can think of a ton of things to do with these. Some people are just limited to their, just the thing, you know, the little thing that they get involved in. But I tend to want to do it all. So I can think of lots of things to do with these. I just hope I get the time to do some. So that's the Super Sparkle molds. And my crystal cluster molds are up. My food grade molds are up. Those are crystal clusters for people that do isomalt crystals with sugar. And of course, you could use resin in them too, but they are food grade molds. My blue molds are not food grade, just the clear ones are. Anyway, I want to get off of here right now because I need to check on my granddaughter and see what she's up to this weekend. And I already missed my HQ's going off. I love HQ. So thanks for checking out my little webcam testing video. I'm real happy now I have a webcam since we can't use the mobile version. Shame on you, YouTube. We don't know why you're doing what you're doing, but I'll be going on later on. I have some stuff in my pressure pot that I still need to unmold tonight, so I'll be back. Rock on, make something beautiful, people. Ciao. Practice proper PPE while you're at it.